Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are down here at Tower Links in Ras Al Khaimah. I'm going to do a little test today. This is something I've been saying since I received the Takomo irons. I'm going to do a little head-to-head, irons only. We'll play about 3 holes. I'm going to play Takomo 301 CBs, which you've seen recently. These are now in my bag. And we're putting them up against the Titleist T200s, which were my previous gamers. This will be really interesting. I've not played my T200s since I got the Takomo irons in the bag. I've actually not even had them side by side. Now, looking at them now, they're really very similar. Blade length, pretty much the same. Very similar shape. The only difference really is Takomo is a much thinner sole and quite a bit thinner top line. I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but I'll put a different picture in the film here later. So I'm really interested to see the difference. I feel like the Takomos go just as far as my T200s, which is kind of hard to get your head around, but we're out on course, play a few holes, irons only. Let's see how they go. This is the best way to test it. I don't have a launch monitor, so there's not going to be any data. It's only going to be based on where the balls are on the fairway. Now, obviously my inconsistent strike might have a fair bit to do with this, but let's have a crack and see. So the T200s, we'll be using Pro V1, and for the Takomos, we'll be using the Vice Pro Plus, which is the ball that I normally use. All right, let's have a crack at it. Let's see how we go. Before we go any further, I am going to give these Titleist 200s away to one lucky viewer. Now, there are a couple of caveats. I need 1,000 entries, and if we get to 1,000, we will give these away. Now, to enter, you need to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below. Entered, give them to me. All right. Now, these are secondhand. These are my old gamers, but they are in very good condition. I do look after my golf clubs. So let's see how we go. Once we get to 1,000 entries, I'll put a post up on my Instagram. That's at rubbishgolfer80 with the date that we'll give them away. So once we get to 1,000, I'll put a 5-day countdown timer, and the winner will be drawn at random. I'll ship these anywhere in the world, no matter who wins them. Okay. I'll clean them up, I'll make sure they're all nice. I might even put new grips on them for you. So get hitting the buttons, get commenting down below. Let's get to 1,000 entries as quickly as we can and give these away in the next couple of weeks. Righto. Okay, we're on the 3rd hole here at Tower Links. It's par 4. It's about 350 yards, I think. I should have checked that. We'll go with the Titleist first. Got a bunker down there at about 220, so I'm only hitting 5 iron. I've got the T200s in a 5 iron to gap wedge. Now, the Takomos are a 4 to pitching wedge, so I'm only using 5 to pitching wedge in both sets today just to make it fair. Righto, let's go. That was a bit fat. We just left a little bit short of that bunker down there. Okay, that was not a great start. So this might be one up to Takomo straight away. All right, let's see if we can get a better stroke. That was a little bit fat. Probably should have warmed up at the range first. That's all right. And that one was a bit thin, so it's probably a fair test, to be honest. And they have finished. If they're not side by side, I'll be very, very surprised. Let's get down there and see how we've done. All right, that's one up to Takomo. The Takomo ball has finished about 10 yards in front of the Titleist. So what I'm going to do, take the best shot, one up to Takomo. We'll play the next shot from the same spot. try and make it fair. So we got 152. I'm going to play 9-iron with both clubs. Takomo is first. Oh, I've pushed that one a mile right. Could be all square. Hey, that was not a very good shot. Sorry, Takomo. See if we can get this Titleist in there nice and close. That's a much better shot. Yep, Titleist is on the green. Just. Might have been an 8-iron, I think, for those. It might be a touch into wind. Alright, so that is all square. Takomo has finished here. That was a shit strike though. And the Titleist is up there on the green. All square. Right, I am going to see if I can roll these in. However, head to head, it's all square. Go. I had the line as well. That one was pushed. Oh no, go on. Right. Call that a couple of pars. Right, 4th hole here, par 3. It's only 161 yards, but it is straight back into wind. So I'm going to hit 7-irons here. Titleist first. That's fat and pushed out to the right. That is not Titleist's fault. It's operator error. Right, see if we can do any better with the Takomo. Oh, it's in the same spot. Oh well, we are measuring distance, so. Okay, 2 very poor strikes. They have gone exactly the same distance. Now, I will put a link in the description below for both these irons with the lofts, because the Titleist are a lot stronger lofted than these, so I'm still trying to get my head around how they go the same distance. It doesn't really make sense, but you're seeing it for yourself now. It's maybe 4 yards apart. That's another tick for the forgiveness of the Takomos, I reckon. That wasn't a great chip. Bite, bite. So regardless of these putts, that's still all square on the head-to-head, I would say. Take that anyway. Two pars it is. Righto, head-to-head is all square. Which, to be completely honest, I'm quite amazed. Right, we're on the 8th hole here at Tower Links. We've got 178 yards. It's a little bit downwind. We're going Titleist first. So this should just be a nice smooth 7-iron downwind. Bounced on, but that might actually be big. I'm not convinced that that didn't go through the back. So I'm playing the same shot. I might just try and take a touch off this. One thing I do find between the two irons is the Takomos, I can work a little bit better, and I'm not a fantastic ball striker, but oh, I've pulled that one. Sit, sit, sit. Yeah, that was a poor rubbish golf strike. It's one up for Takomo. The Titleist pitched on the green, but it went through the back. I do find that the T200s come in a fair bit hotter. Okay. Putts irrelevant, that's one up to Takomo. We'll hit irons only down the last, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Rightio guys, 9th hole here at Tail Links. We're going 5 iron against 5 iron. It's one up to Takomo currently. It's a nice little par 4, straight down and across the mangroves to the green. This is downwind. Going to be horribly close to the mangroves, that, but I think we're still in play. Righto, same deal for the Titleist. I reckon I can get this one further. Yeah, that's ripped. Don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but the sound very, very different with the Titleist. It's a clickier sound maybe, and that may be to do with the back cap that I have on here. It's one thing that some people don't like. It's never bothered me when I've been playing them, but these are obviously much softer sound, softer feel. But you can't argue with the T200s, they are powerhouses. Alright, so we have to give the win to Titleist there because I hit the Takomo vice ball into the mangroves there. I think it still would have had, that's gone in about there, so the Titleist still had a good 10 yards on it, I reckon. I did strike that one a bit better though. Right, we've got 178, wind off the right now. Pin looks to be kind of back middle. See if we can get a 7 iron in there. And that's pushed into the bunker. I always do that on this hole. I don't know what it is. See if we can do any better with the Takomo. I just hope you can pick up the sound difference on the camera. It may not come through, but the Titleists are quite loud. That is a lovely strike, that. Get there. Yeah, that's the Takomo on board. So that's got to be one up. Alright, so Takomo takes that one as we're on the green. The Titleist was in the bunker. Probably, to be fair, about 10 yards on. So had that made the green, it would have been a much longer shot. There's definitely a bit more distance in the T200s, I'd say. I've hit that too hard. And not on the right line either. Right, pop them both in for par. For me personally, the Takomo 301s are my preferred iron, I would say. Look, the T200s are exceptional. I've played them for a year and a half, maybe nearly 2 years now, and there's a reason for that, because they're fantastic. Couple of points I would say that swing the Takomos for me: looks and feel, the sound as well. They sound and feel very, very soft, which is what I was looking for with changing an iron. I do feel they're a little bit more workable. I can knock shots up and down with them. I can hit a high shot, hit a low shot. Again, I'm not the best ball striker in the world, but it seems to work for me. So for me, Takomos are staying in the bag. As I said earlier, I will be giving away the T200s. So get in the comments, hit the subscribe button, get yourself entered in. As soon as we hit 1,000 entries, I'll put a notice out as to when the draw will take place, and I'll put that up on my Instagram. So thanks very much for watching. Get yourself entered, free set of irons going. If you don't want to use them, sell them, make yourself some money. It's a win-win for everybody, right? All right guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, see you later.